See me today, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. As you can see, yes, this is my very first stream, as it's entitled "First Stream and Living the Dream." My name is Dirk. I will be going as Dabness. Twitch is Dabness76, but I will just be going as Dabness. But thank you for, if you are watching, which there probably isn't anybody right now watching, but that's okay. This is my first day in doing this. This was kind of planned on doing this when I retired. And due to a friend, Matt, thank you. I just want to say thank you. He started streaming just this past November, and I just kind of wanted to get started myself in doing it and seeing how things go. Just a little bit about me, just to get through some of the rough stuff this past year. December wasn't a very good month. You know, things kind of happen in threes, especially when it comes to death. My wife had a supervisor of hers pass away along with her husband. I had a mom who passed away. She had been in a home for about over 3 years, had strokes, and the last 3 years just wasn't quite herself, but it was still mom to us, and that was hard to see. She wasn't just my mom; she was a best friend to me, and that was hard to watch. But she always had a smile on her face, and we love her and we miss her. And then we also had one of our cats, Mr. Blue. Weirdest thing, in coming back from the funeral home, we found him he was gone. So that was our hairy kid to us and the family. And so everything kind of happens like that in threes. Just kind of just a little backstory with where the past year has come and ending. And I'm glad to have 2025 start. Just want to move on from 2024 in general. Just kind of rough for us and the family. It's actually kind of hard to talk about as I take a drink of water, but you got to push forward in life. That's with everything. We love them, we'll miss them, and it is what it is, unfortunately, and it is a part of life. And but yeah, so fast forwarding just a little bit. I also do want to thank my son. He was helping me set up some stuff here. So I have a son. We're just going to call him Jay. Wife, we're just going to call her by A. And daughter, we're just going to call her by K. So not to get confused with AFK. Actually, way back when I started to watch some streamers, I was like, I'll be honest with you, didn't even know what AFK means, but I have A, J, and K. But not to get confused with those obvious ways. But we also have a dog named, he's Maverick. Good most of the time. We do have an actual other cat. His name is Kitty. He just appeared out of one of my daughter's birthday parties, and Kitty from the corn. He came from a cornfield, and there's a humane society close to us, and there's just a few cats, and he just decided to come up to our porch. We fed him, gave him water, eventually brought him into the house in the basement, brought him upstairs, even put him in a cage because of the dog we had at the time. Just let the kitty know that it was the dog's house, not his. That dog has passed since, but we have Maverick and Kitty, our hairy kids that are with us still. And that's in a nutshell kind of my family, immediate family of my own. And love them to death, even the hairy kids. They're the hardest ones to please because they can't always tell you what's wrong. But so always know all the ins and outs of streaming. I don't have everything that I wanted to have ready maybe for today. But in pushing forward, in pushing forward, I wanted to get started today, and I didn't want to hold it off. Literally just last week, got some of the equipment. Thanks to my son, I will actually be playing on a Switch and using a PS5. I know streamers like a Nick Merckx. That's kind of how he started out, and then he eventually switched to just computer. And he is a controller player still to this day and does exceptionally well. Nick Merckx isn't the only one I kind of like in streaming, and kind of, getting in touch with my son and who he kind of watched and things like that. Tim the Tap Man, I know, Tim, you'll probably never ever see this, or will see this as I'm doing this right now. I know you're probably playing a little Marvel Rivals. I got into doing that a little bit last weekend. That's a different game. I've never played Overwatch. Just really never got back into gaming itself until, what was it? Season 1, chapter 1, season 7 of Fortnite. I believe that's the season when you could actually start to play and then have to pay for the pass, and you earn your V-Bucks and things like that. I remember walking to my son's room and he was playing that game. And obviously this is way back when, but yep, this game is still popular till today. I don't think it's going anywhere either, but I remember walking in, I was just bringing in some laundry to his room, and I go, "What is that, Jev?" And he goes, "Jev, this is Fortnite." And he goes, Jeff, this game is just, it's stupid. Like, he goes, "Oh no, it's not." And he'll still play a little bit now and then too, but not as much as before. But it is an unbelievable game. Obviously, next month here, in 27 days, I'm going to be turning 49. So obviously I'm not going to be competing on a level that a 15-year-old is, or does. And also, like, some of these streamers like Nick Merckx, Tim the Tap Man, like, these guys, they do really well. But when you're twice as old or more as some of those kids, they're just, even though that's what those two, just for example, do on a normal basis, they can't compete eye-wise with those kids, just because I just think with age and your eyes and just everything, they're just better, and they're in their prime of doing it when they're 16, 17, 18. Not that they can't do it. And I know, Tim, watching Marvel Rivals, good for you. Trying to go for that top 500. That is absolutely awesome. Good for you. I know you're putting in the time. It'll be 9:30 at night. Tim lives in Florida. It's not like it's, West Coast 6:30 time. It's 9:30, and he's got a family of his own. But when you have that drive to excel at what you're doing, like he does, it's very motivational. You can't judge someone just because of how old they are. And I think he will reach that top 500, top 100. I've watched those games on that. That's like I said, I've never played Overwatch. And I had stopped playing games for a very long time, and seeing Fortnite, that kind of changed and pretty much stole Jevin, my son's Switch. And, I still have it to this day, and I still play on it to this day, and I still have a lot of fun to this